Well, Will Cowan here in spirit. It's Game 4 on the day here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Storinoff with you. And the matchup of the day, I think, here, Ventura, Mount SAC. I am looking forward to it. Should be a fantastic matchup.
Yeah, with all due respect to three terrific matchups and some great stories, this is a fascinating matchup. Two teams know each other very well. A lot of history between these two teams, but also a lot of history in each program individually in terms of success, the 7 championships each. So this is kind of your marquee matchup here in the 3C2A, and should be a fascinating matchup as well. You got the defense, the precision of Ventura College and Mount San Antonio College. They can lock it down defensively and get after it. Going to try and impose their style on you. That's what they're so good at doing.
Yep.
So it's a stern challenge to be sure. The Pirates answered some big questions last night with an emphatic win over City College of San Francisco, but it doesn't get any easier, and Mount San Antonio College will certainly present one huge challenge.
Yeah, they were down 12-2 to open the ball game and then came storming that. Just a terrific performance from Katie Campbell, as usual. I mean, that's just Katie Campbell being Katie Campbell. She's terrific. Yep. We've had, obviously, a lot of chances to see her this season, and, you know, I'd put her right up there with Player of the Year in the state of California.
Yeah, she can do it all. There's no question about it. And part of what makes the Pirates so successful is the cohesion in that starting five. I am blown away by the way that they are able to rebound the basketball, ignite fast breaks, the way that Campbell, Green, and Dugan work well together running the floor is fantastic. But those opportunities are going to be few and far between against a team like Mount San Antonio College that really locks down defensively. They're going to get back. They're not going to give you those kind of looks. That's simply not what they allow to happen. So the Pirates are going to have to, I think, certainly be more precise in the half-court sets, be able to get some open shots, possibly be able to get on the offensive glass a little bit and get some second chance points, because I don't think those opportunities to run the floor are quite going to be there.
I thought the offense sputtered early on yesterday because I think Ventura had a little trouble acclimating to the athleticism that was at the employ of City College of San Francisco. They saw it last night, and obviously Mount SAC with a ton of athletes on their side, Leah George, Kyra Benton. I'm going to be interested to see if going against a team like City College of San Francisco maybe spurs the Pirates to go on an early run here and catch the Mounties on their heels early.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, the last time they were here, and by that I mean in the championship round, they romped to a championship, and it was a fairly one-sided victory over Mount San Antonio in the final. They have that kind of talent again on the team. So if they get on a roll, you know, we've seen them really manhandle some teams this season. Obviously, when you're talking about the two teams that are left for Ventura, that's a whole different animal right there, and they're not going to be able to run over these teams, one would think. But I think the point you're getting to, and that I agree with, is that they play with a certain level of emotion. Yeah. They're a team that plays in a certain flow, and when they get it going, they can really run away from you.
Yeah, Mount San Antonio College, the defending state champs. Last time Ventura won it, 2014, Cynthia Hernandez and Lisa Marie Sanchez heading that team, and both teams looking for a spot versus College of the Siskiyous tomorrow on Championship Sunday. We'll find out who the winner is coming up in just a little bit on SoCalCollegeSports.com. the Pirates and the Mounties here, Game 4 of Day 3, the semifinals. On SoCalCollegeSports.com, the 3C2A 2017 Basketball Championships. Happy you've joined us, everybody. Spread the word, www.SoCalCollegeSports.com. You have friends and family unable to make it, they can watch it live worldwide. Starting lineups here for Ventura: Davina Del Castillo, Katie Campbell, Rihanna Dugan, Kylisha Green, Sienna Brown. For the Mounties, Dominique McLaughlin, Kyra Benton, Callie Jones, Madeline Doplick, and Aaliyah George. Head coach for Mount SAC, Brian Critchlow. For the Pirates, Ned Mercetic. Jones and Sienna Brown ready to jump it up at center court.
If you're the Pirates, the one player you can't lose sight of, Madeline Doplick, has the shooting range, dangerous from three-point land.
Saw her yesterday versus Foothill, very effective. Jones down low, Castillo guarding. Kylisha with an ear steal, the nearest travel for Benton. McLaughlin has it stolen by Katie Campbell.
Statistically, nobody plays better defense in the 3C2A than the Pirates. If they can do that here today, they'll find themselves in pretty good shape, Michael.
Dugan working on Doplick to the rack, has it blocked emphatically by Jones. Out of bounds, it'll stay here with the Pirates.
A little bit of a break for the Pirates there, as I think that ball came down on Dugan as she slid out of bounds. But they get the call, so they'll have another chance. Points in the paint going to be tough to come by with George and Kaylee Jones patrolling the middle for Mount SAC.
Brown on the inbounds. It's Katie Campbell, guarded by Doplick. Straight man-to-man. Campbell looking for a screen from Davina Del Castillo. She's going to get it at the top. Floater into the lane. Shot up, no good. Davina with an offensive rebound. Kylisha Green back to Davina on the baseline. No, too long. Jones with a rebound.
Well, a good sign for the Pirates early that Del Castillo was able to get on the offensive glass, even though they came up empty on that trip.
McLaughlin into George. George, nice move on Sienna Brown. Lays it up and in.
Well, the one thing we talked about in our coverage of Ventura is they're a little bit undersized on the front line, and that's certainly the case in this matchup.
Del Castillo into Sienna. Sienna trying to go to work. Over Jones. No, it's blocked. Second block already for Kaylee Jones. McLaughlin, the freshman, in transition off to Doplick. Gets it back. McLaughlin from three. No. Rebounded by Sienna Brown. It'll be important for the Pirates to go one and done on the defensive rebounds.
Yeah, it's absolutely true, Michael. Mount San Antonio College really counts on offensive rebounds and putbacks for a lot of offense.
Backdoor by Kylisha Green. It's a travel from Davina. Remember, Davina Del Castillo in the win over LA Valley in the round of 16, tweaked an ankle at the end of the game. She was so good in that one, and she provides so much energy out there on the floor for the Pirates. Can she sustain it?
Early, the Pirates are 0 for 4 from the floor. They were able to dig out of an early hole against City College of San Francisco, but you don't want to keep doing that to yourself.
No. McLaughlin maybe traveled. Jones into the lane, no good. Gets her own rebound, kicks it back out. Aaliyah George from the top of the key to her right. Blocked by Davina. Del Castillo with a block. It's a foul. This is probably going to go against Kyra Benton.
And that's a little bit of a break for the Mounties because you had three white jerseys all the way underneath their own basket, and the Pirates had a great opportunity to run there.
Yeah.
After I said that they really wouldn't be able to do that in the pregame.
Of course. Story, I think you jinxed yourself.
I can do it to anybody.
Nobody's safe. Rihanna Dugan will bring it up. Dugan off to Campbell. Campbell guarded by Doplick to her right. Step back three. Rims out. That was halfway down. Had that not go in. Benton brings it up. McLaughlin over to Doplick inside. This is Aaliyah George. Dugan trying to dig it out. George up. She's fouled.
Well, you can see the strategy early on for the Mounties. They're going to attack that somewhat undersized front line. They've gone inside to both George and Jones. Maybe see if they can get Brown and or Del Castillo into some foul trouble. As we've talked about many times, the Pirates, not the deepest of teams this season. A lot of reliance on that outstanding starting five.
George hits on both free throws. Quick 4-0 lead here, and it's a steal inside. McLaughlin lays it up, can't lay it in. Benton point blank, she'll put it in. 6-0.
Well, the Pirates did so very well against the press last night, but an early miscue.
Kylisha Green, reverse layup, no good. Rebounded by Kaylee Jones. Jones with her second rebound. Ahead to George. George, lay it up and lay it in. It's an 8-0 run to start off semifinal number 2 in the women's bracket. Kylisha over to Rihanna Dugan, guarded by Doplick. Shanna Brown from the short corner. That's off. And the Pirates are ice cold to start off the game.
Yeah, and I think they're feeling the defensive pressure. A couple of really errant misfires on these shots.
And the only shot that really had a chance of going in was the one from Katie Campbell that was halfway down. Jones inside. No good.
Well, that's great position for Jones, just can't finish.
Great position. She was in there for an awful long time. I'm surprised there was no count for 3 seconds of the key being called. Campbell outside, Davina Del Castillo swings it near side, Rihanna Dugan. Dugan thinking about driving on Doplick, taking it to her left, back to the middle. Inside, shot up, no good, tapped out by Davina. New possession here, did not touch the rim, and I think it did touch the rim.
Yeah, the officials today, Mark Harmon, Deanna Butler, Tommy Laura.
That's a great find early on by Deanna.
Well, you saw Dugan there with a couple of drives, and as they say in Searching for Bobby Fischer, she's just setting them up. But that's an important part of her game, and she needs to show that to give herself a little bit of room to shoot from longer range.
Are you seeing that Mount Sac is taking the queen early? It's going to be a foul on Mary Shirley.
Yeah, Shirley getting her first action of the weekend. Comes out trying to set the screen for Campbell. Well, we talked about in the last game, College of the Siskiyous, and the calm that they can feel because of their offensive potential and the way that they can put points on the board, that if another team's making a run at them, the Pirates are on the other side of that. They also can withstand a run because they know that their defense is going to keep them in games eventually.
It's a great call.
But they need to get something going here. You can't continue. You can't continue to let teams get out to double-digit leads.
You need to make shots. Doplick into the lane, gets it up on the rim. No good. Rebounded by Sienna. That's her third. Make it her fourth rebound. Katie Campbell quickly back the other way. Kicks it back, nearly threw it away. Brown saves it off to Kylisha Green. Going to reset with 19 on the shot clock.
See if
Green's
Green can go after Doplick right here.
I think she has an advantage there. She goes up to the basket, can't make it. Shirley point blank. Will she lay it up and in? No, it's off the mark. It's tapped out of bounds. That should have went off of Benton.
I thought it did, but Pirates not going to get the call. Shirley had a good look in close, couldn't quite get the finish. And a lid on the basket still for the Pirates, who are now 0 for 10 from the field.
That's a lid with a vacuum seal right now to start things off. 5:12 to go in the first quarter, 8-0. The Mounties on top of the Pirates here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Continuing coverage of the 2017 Basketball Championships here from Las Positas.
Look no further than last game as Doplick tries for three.
Doplick fires from three. Jones with the offensive rebound and the putback. It's a 10-0 run to start the game here from outside.
Yeah, the Mounties really crashing the offensive boards. I started to say look no further than last game for the dangers of falling behind early. Palomar was able to claw their way back into the game, but I think they expended so much energy doing it, Michael, that College of the Siskiyous was able to go on another run and really salt it away.
Campbell from three. Can she answer? She does, and finally the Pirates on the board. Katie Campbell. Campbell with a huge game in their last time out, 31-7 and 5-2 steals. She's on the board early. Kaylee Jones on Shirley.
That's a very tough matchup for Mary Shirley. Good recognition by the Mounties to go right to Kaylee Jones. I think you're going to have to give some help down low on both Jones and George.
Green still on the dribble, picks it up, looking for Katie Campbell. Oh, Campbell put McLaughlin in the spin cycle. Looking for the ball, can't get the long shot to go. In transition, Jones with a travel, no call. George with a rebound, point blank, a foul on Shirley. That's her second. Where's the travel from Kaylee Jones?
There was a great recovery by Brown to get a piece of that shot, but George crashing the offensive boards.
See the replay here, Matt. We see here Jones in transition, finds it, she gets it, she takes a hop. We can't see it on the replay there. That's unfortunate.
Well, Del Castillo, after a short stint on the bench, comes back in the game, so both starting fives back on the floor. One more coming for Aaliyah George, who already has 7. She missed that one.
Jones keeps it alive, taps it, saves it from going out of bounds to Kyra Benton. McLaughlin inside. Aaliyah George puts it on the ground. Can she get away with it? No, she can't make the shot. Sienna Brown with a rebound off to Katie Campbell. Campbell, Green in transition, trying to go to work. Rihanna, can she get going? No, it's off to Katie Campbell. She'll fire from 25. Katie Campbell has 6.
You know, Mike, Dugan and Green are leaking out a little bit early for Ventura, but the way the Mounties are crashing the offensive glass, they're going to have to come back and help a little bit on the defensive board.
I completely agree. Kaylee Jones inside on Davina, and that's just way too easy, and that's a great job by Kaylee Jones working early in the position to get positioning. And I'm surprised Coach Ned Brzezic isn't in the ear of a referee right now saying, hey, get that count called earlier.
13 of the 15 points right now for Jones and George.
Benton off to the races on the turnover. McLaughlin in transition, misses on the layup. Kylisha Green rips it away in transition up ahead to Katie Campbell. Campbell working against the defense, surveying Kylisha from the corner 3. No, it's long. Davina Del Castillo goes up. She's fouled by Kaylee Jones and 1.
That's the old Davina Del Castillo right there. Great move off the ball, getting inside for the offensive rebound, puts it back up and 1.
Her 3rd rebound. Melissa Omi check into the ball game here.
Tell you, if you saw that play, or if you can watch that, because we archive every game here, watch that play. You want to know why it's so hard to keep Davina Del Castillo off the boards? Watch that play. Just great energy there getting inside for that rebound.
Dugan, Del Castillo converts on the and 1. Kylisha Green, Katie Campbell. Amari Terry into the ball game for Mount SAC. McLaughlin over to Terry. Terry guarded by Dugan.
Terry gave a great lift to Mount San Antonio College in their quarterfinal victory yesterday when the Mounties got off to a somewhat sluggish start, trailing after 1 quarter.
And you have to understand that Terry does not shoot the 3 very well. If it goes into Jones, expect a quick double from Rihanna Dugan. They enter into George. George can't handle that from going, well, she can, from going into the backcourt. She hands off to Terry. Terry. Far side, this is Dixon. Dixon driving the lane, working on Katie Campbell. That's a tough shot. Won't go. Jones follows on the rebound, taps it to herself. Kylisha Green with a steal. Kylisha now in transition. No numbers. That's a terrific job by the Mounties in transition on defense. That's going to be a foul. It's 3rd team foul on the Mounties.
That's why Katie Campbell gets just a touch of star treatment. She does tend to use that off arm a little bit to kind of give herself a little bit of room. But it's almost as if a little reputation precedes her, because you don't often see that called on her.
Luckily for Mount SAC, that was a foul call, but Rihanna Dugan was wide open in the corner. That could have been a 3-ball.
And I think, actually, staying with the point, though, I think part of the reason is that she's able to do it kind of subtly and out of the eye of the official.
Campbell looking for a back cut. This is going to be a foul on Omi. This is the 2nd moving pick called, and the Pirates are going to have to – you're going to have to adjust to that.
Yeah, a little inexperience there, and Omi's just a little quick coming out of it, still moving as Campbell's coming by. You got to stay solid on that screen, give a beat, then make your move.
15-9, the lead cut to 6 here after the 10-0 start, or 12-0 start rather, for the Mounties.
That's a sneaky double from Del Castillo over there. She nearly had the steal.
Comes a set-up play out of bounds. Dopplet comes free from 15, shot up, that's good.
Well, you have to be. It's such a dangerous place to play defense, because that's obviously a shot that Doppler takes in rhythm, and she's going to knock it down almost every time.
Dugan and Campbell not on the same page. It's another turnover. The lead back to 7 here for the Mounties.
Yeah, hard to say if maybe that was they were looking for Melissa Omi, and then you have to think about, do you know your personnel there at that point, trying to squeeze that pass in.
Yeah, the lead is 17-9. I'm not a numbers guy. You are, Stoy.
Yeah, I try to bring what I can to the team.
Minute 30 to go here in quarter number 1. It's quarterfinal or semifinal number 2. 4th game on the day. Doppler from 3. No, didn't hit anything. Davina Del Castillo on a rebound. See if this leads to a transition opportunity here for Ventura. Green brings it up. Del Castillo, Campbell, Kylisha Green wide open from 3. The bank not open, but Omi with a rebound.
That's a shot that Green's going to have to take, though, Michael, when she's wide open.
She's going to have to take, and she's going to have to make. Campbell looking for some room. Gets a screen from Omi. She rolls to the basket. Picks up her dribble. Cross-court pass over to Dugan. Second turnover intended for Dugan from Campbell.
Well, I am amazed that Campbell and Dugan have hooked up on some of the passes that they have this season. So I never want to put it past them, but that's an awfully high degree of difficulty there as Campbell tries to loop that one over the entire defense cross-court, and it was too high for Dugan.
Salazar is going to come in for Kylisha Green. Omi off. Here comes Sienna Brown. So Campbell, Sienna Brown, Davina Del Castillo, Celeste Salazar, Rihanna Dugan out on the floor here for the Pirates. Kaylee Jones, Doplick, Amari Terry, Aaliyah George, Aaliyah Dixon out on the floor for the Mounties. Under a minute to go here in quarter number one. Looking inside to kick by Salazar. Right now, I think they're baiting. They're baiting for them to enter into Kaylee Jones. They want to bring the double team right away, and I wonder what kind of adjustment Coach Brian Critchlow is going to make offensively if you're the Mounties.
Well, they won't really spread out the floor for a lot of threes, I wouldn't think, Michael, but you do have to be very careful about cutters to the front of the rim.
It's a great job by Kaylee Jones setting screens and really facilitating offense. Dixon has her shot blocked by Campbell, gets her own rebound, can't get the follow to go. Celeste Salazar on the rebound now for the Pirates. Under 30 seconds to go.
Great team rebounding by the Pirates, fighting for that rebound.
Campbell to the rack, has it blocked up top. Sienna Brown tracks down the rebound. She'll try to kick it out, and she has it stolen by Doplick behind the back. To George, lays it up, lays it in. 19-9. Let's see if Campbell can respond here with something at the end of the quarter.
Down to 3 seconds.
She should have shot that over to Dugan. Dugan's not going to get one off, and we go in after the end of one. 19-9, the defending state champs holding serve here in the first quarter. You are watching SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage of the 3C2A 2017 Basketball Championships.
Second quarter set to get underway. Pirates will work it from right to left here in the road black jerseys, trailing by 10. Green at the elbow, faces up, 15-footer, missed everything. Del Castillo on the offensive glass. Green trying to keep it alive. Doplick giving chase. It's out of play. It'll belong to Mount San Antonio. And the defense right now of the Mounties really telling the story in this one as the Pirates come in as the top team in the state in opponent field goal percentage. But the Mounties clearly bothering the Pirate offense, and they have surged out to the 10-point lead. Doplick kicks it out to Dixon. Dixon fakes the three, starts to drive on Campbell, spins into a double team, finishes with the right hand. Dixon gets one to go. 12-point lead for the Mounties. That is their largest. Campbell hands to Green. Green angles left. Brown will fire from 17 feet short. Rebound to Terry. So Terry brings it over the timeline. It's all Mounties right now. Dixon goes to Doplick, who will try for three and hit. Madeline Doplick buries the triple. The Mounties now lead it by 15. Pirates in some trouble early in the second quarter. Green will try to answer from long range. Rimming, no. Sienna Brown has the rebound. Salazar will try from 18 feet and hit. Big shot for Celeste Salazar, breaks the run. It was a 7-0 run for the Mounties, but Salazar's bucket brings it back to a 13-point game. George starts the drive, but she walked. So Aaliyah George with the turnover. Pirates get it back. Del Castillo will bring it in at three-quarter court. Campbell with Dugan, Salazar, Brown, and Del Castillo for Ned Mercedic's Ventura College Pirates. Doplick and Terry in the backcourt, along with George and Dixon up front for the Mounties. Dugan in and out. Salazar has the rebound. Big collision on the near side. George goes down, and the foul going to go on Rihanna Dugan. She really lowered the shoulder, and that was on Dixon. Let me correct that very quickly. So Dixon and George, along with Jade Hughes up front. Now, no sooner do I say that than here comes Kyra Benton. So Benton will replace Aaliyah George. Mountie basketball leading by 13. Terry over the timeline, signaling a play. A whistle off the ball. It's going to work against Mount San Antonio College. Doplick. The offensive foul gives it back to the Pirates. First foul on Doplick. Pirates looking to cut into this 13-point deficit. Benton on Campbell, pick and roll to Del Castillo, touch pass out to Brown. Good recovery by Hughes as Brown goes to work in the low post. Turnaround shot is good. Sienna Brown's on the board. Pirates with a quick 4. They're back within 11. Dixon drops it down low. Hughes lost the handle on the way up. Tries to keep it alive. Tapped around to Sienna Brown. Campbell into the front court. Thought about a shot. She's going to say it's a carry on Katie Campbell. Little hesitation from Campbell, and I think she fooled herself with that fake. Not simply faking the outside shot. I think she really thought about it. So the miscue gives it back to the Mounties. Kaylee Jones has returned for the Mounties. Dixon around to Terry. Benton trying to establish position down low. Quickly double team. Tries to fire a pass inside, looking for Dixon, but it's out of bounds off of Mount SAC. Pirates have it back. 7:09 remaining here in the first half. The Mounties led it by 10 after 1. They lead it by 11 right now. Campbell with the crossover, hooks a pass looking for Brown. Terry jumps that pass. Benton down on the ground, has it for the Mounties.
This game does not have the same type of feel that we had yesterday. Obviously, Campbell caught fire in the second half.
Jones in traffic, lost the handle on the way up. Benton inside lays it in.
It's a different animal here in Mount SAC. Just very, very good every time down. They are relentless in their pressure defensively and offensively. They're tough.
Campbell stops and pops off the back iron. Brown tries to keep it alive, but it's Dixon who has it for Mount San Antonio. Terry weaves her way forward off to Dixon, in from the right, forces one up and scores.
And she didn't even go up with that cleanly, and she's able to finish. That is quite the body control there from Aaliyah Dixon.
Yeah, a couple of good finishes from Dixon here in this second quarter. The Mounties back out to a 15-point lead, and it's danger time for the Pirates. You can't let the Mounties get too much further ahead. Brown fakes on Jones. Jones partially blocks it. Del Castillo's follow won't go. Dixon has the rebound. One and done for the Pirates there. Doplick. Jones with great position, lays it in.
That's too easy. Sienna Brown says, that's my bad. And Coach Denver Sedek, man, the shade of red right now is very deep.
Mike, I hate to keep harping on the same point, but I don't think Sienna Brown has the strength to keep Jones off the block. Benton steps in front with the steal. In on Salazar. Missed the layup. Doplick with the offensive follow, I should say, but the foul called on the shot by Benton. So no basket there. Instead, it will be Benton heading to the line for a couple of free throws.
Well, this is what Ventura does sometimes. They will go cold from the field for long stretches, and obviously we know that they can score in bunches, but you cannot fall behind a team like Mount SAC as much as they are right now in the scoring column. They trail it by 18, and Mount SAC #1 in the state coming into the finals for good reason.
Aaliyah George back on. So it's Doplick and Terry along with Benton, Jones, and George. Benton coolly drains both free throws. The Mounties just keep on extending on their largest lead. This is now a 19-point lead. Campbell with a double screen up high. Backdoor cut from Green in a crowd, missed the layup. Jones snaps down the rebound. Terry over the timeline, Doplick, and she traveled. Good call. Avery Brunk has checked in. So Ned Mercetic brings in Omi, brings in Brunk. We've seen Celeste Salazar. Obviously not afraid to go deep into his bench. Mary Shirley's been in the game. Still looking for some kind of answer, and the Pirates right now trail this one big. Campbell stops and pops from 15, gets the roll. 32-15. Terry directing traffic. Doplick with the drive, kicks it out to George. Shot clock down to 16. Benton driving on Campbell, spins left, soft shot is good. Kyra Benton, a terrific move, going right at Katie Campbell. 34-15. Mounties back out in front by 19. Well, after a sluggish start in the first quarter yesterday, Michael, Mounties have been pretty good for the last going on 4.5 quarters. Another steal. George trying to drop it off, but Green with the steal for the Pirates.
Got to give that up.
No numbers. Omi will give it back to Green. Now the Pirates will set up. Green drives it, hooks a pass to Del Castillo, blocked by George. Well, a good feed from Green, but a better defensive play by Aaliyah George. It's a foul called off the ball. Should be on Doplick, and it is. Moving screen. McLaughlin will return for Madeline Doplick. So McLaughlin and Terry in the backcourt with Benton. A lot of speed on the floor right now for the Mounties. Campbell around a screen from Del Castillo for three is good.
Obviously you need a lot more of that. Katie Campbell going to have to shoulder the load here.
Well, I think if you're the Pirates, Michael, you just want to try and whittle this down to maybe about 10 if you can, and then go from there in the second half. Benton angles right. Del Castillo pokes it away. Quick pass to Omi. Back out to Green. The Pirates going to take a little time. Shot clock at 17. Campbell yo-yos the dribble. Shot clock down to 10 as Campbell starts in on Benton. Dancing on the dribble. Around an Omi screen. Pick and roll. Omi to the basket. Blocked by Jones. Del Castillo gets a hand in there, but the foul called on Davina Del Castillo.
I don't get that. I mean, how do you not call a foul that there's contact on the shot, and then the ball goes straight down from the backside as Omi brings the hand down, but there's a lot of ball there.
They're going to give that to Melissa Omi, but I got to tell you, I saw Del Castillo really get a hand in there. Must have been on the other side.
You'll take it if you're the Pirates.
Yeah.
You can ill afford to lose Del Castillo to foul trouble.
34-18. Mounties with the 16-point lead. Benton swings it over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin checked by Green. Mounties in the weave. McLaughlin 4-3, missed everything. Castillo's got Campbell has the rebound. Back the other way, but the Mounties are back. Step back three for Campbell, in and out. Rebound tapped around. Brunk has it, trying to keep it alive, but she's on the end line. It's been that kind of first half for the Pirates as Brunk clearly and cleanly had the rebound, but then just lost her footing.
Yeah,
Trying to bring that one back out.
Something about that side of the floor, that portion of the floor, very slippery. We've seen a lot of times this weekend, players just slipping for no reason, seemingly.
Terry hands to McLaughlin. Dugan On defense, Dugan gets a hand in. The ball's on the floor, but Benton down to get it. Now off to George. George in from the right will lay it in.
Tylisa Green tried to leak out, thought the steal was in play, but the Mounties alertly get it to George wide open.
Yeah, they leave George all alone with the finish, and again, the Mounties have doubled up the Pirates. They lead at 36-18. Campbell with McLaughlin right with her. On the drive, double pump, missed the layup. Del Castillo can't get the follow to go. Third try, no good, but a foul call.
Del Castillo is an absolute monster on the boards.
Well, she was up to 6. I think she just got 2 more. See if the live stats update, but I believe she's got 8. But so far, all for naught, as it's the Mounties who are completely in control, and Del Castillo well short on the first free throw. Well, the Mounties are shooting 15 for 30 from the field. That is much higher than the Pirates are accustomed to allowing. Meanwhile, the Pirates, for their part as a team, 7 for 34, Michael. No big surprise that we're talking about a 36-19 game with 1:43 and counting remaining in the first half. George with great position, spins baseline, knocked away by Brown. The Pirates have it. Campbell looking for Green. Green into the glass, lays it in, and one.
Well, we saw a lot of that in their win versus CCSF. As the Pirates can continue that type of transition play, have a different ball game heading into the second half.
You know what that was right there? That was the first touchdown pass for Katie Campbell in this game. She went over the defense.
Well, she went for 7 TD passes last time out.
Yeah, outstretched fingers, hits Green in stride.
On the money.
Yep. They should really get 6 for that. Green with the free throw. That is good. Pirates within 14, but so far they have not been able to sustain any kind of run. The Mounties started fast, and they have held a double-digit lead for this entire second quarter. They're in no hurry here. Dixon will try for 3. That barely grazed the iron, but George has the rebound. Hooks it back to Hughes. Can't get the layup to go. Dugan wants to run. She doesn't have any numbers. Starts a drive on Terry. Still on the dribble. Back outside to Campbell. Dugan gets it back. She'll try for 3. In and out. Hughes has the rebound, but Del Castillo on the foul. That's the second on Davina.
Only the 14th foul, so not 2 shots yet. And here comes Melissa Omi. Out comes Del Castillo. Not going to take any chances. You need every foul you can get in the second half. They're going to make a run.
Under a minute to go in the first half. George drops it for McLaughlin. McLaughlin on the drive to the rim, lays it in.
Way too easy.
Yeah, no rotation. And McLaughlin ends up with the wide open layup. About a 7-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Campbell. A standing dribble outside, McLaughlin waiting. Omi loses the handle. Dixon trying to pick it up. Omi down there. It'll be a jump ball.
It'll go to the Mounties, but now Ventura will get the ball back at the start of the third quarter.
So perhaps a zero-sum there if you're looking for good news for the Pirates.
If you're the Pirates, you'll take it. You only have 4 in the shot clock, so you win the arrow for the start of the third quarter. It's probably going to be a turnover anyway.
I like where your head's at. Terry down to 8 seconds. Got to hurry, 6 seconds. High screen from George. Terry off to McLaughlin. She'll fire for 3, short. First half in the books. Mount San Antonio College have to be feeling very confident. They lead at 38-22 as they head to the locker room. You are watching the 3C2A Basketball Championships on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Halftime here, semifinal number 2 in the women's bracket. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you. SoCalCollegeSports.com's continuing coverage of the 2017 3C2A basketball championships here from Las Positas. And, man, Ventura getting outplayed a ton here in the first half by Mount SAC, the top team in the state.
Yeah, 38-22. They're down by 16. And let's face it, Michael, they're really getting outplayed in all phases of the game.
Yeah.
You have to give a lot of credit to Mount San Antonio College, doing a good job on the boards, working the ball inside. And the Pirates, a little bit in disarray offensively, don't really seem to have much of a clue of what they want to do against this half-court defense.
Yeah, obviously yesterday they had some trouble early on acclimating to the defensive and athletic ability of CCSF, but it's a completely different animal here with Mount SAC, because Mount SAC has had an ability to really negate anything that Ventura has wanted to do outside of Katie Campbell. Katie Campbell with 11, but not very efficient from the floor. Meanwhile, on the other side of the floor, you have Aaliyah George with 11, Kyra Benton with 8, Kaylee Jones with 8. You're getting it from a lot of sources, and somebody's going to have to step up. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Kylie Green? She's over from beyond the arc. You have Brianna Dugan, not really much in the first half. That's your big three, and right now it's the big one in Katie Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell's really pretty much doing it alone. It looks to me like the Pirates are trying to spread them out and try and create opportunities by driving to the basket with some spacing in that way. But really the Mounties are defending that incredibly well. They have tremendous interior defense with the likes of George and Kaylee Jones, and it's giving the Pirates an awful lot of trouble. Ultimately, I think if the Pirates are going to make a comeback, they've got to work the ball inside, but then try to get it back outside, maybe get some open looks from outside, spread out the Mounties a little bit, and that way knock down some shots and see if that'll work, because the inside game's not working.
I think they're doing a pretty good job of entering into the short corner. The shots just aren't falling, and that was the case yesterday in the first half. The shots started to fall in the second half for sure for Ventura yesterday. Will that be the case when we come back? They're down 16, a tough hill to climb, but if anybody can do it, it's the Pirates in company here for Ventura. We'll find out in about 20 minutes who's going to play Siskiyous on Championship Sunday for the women's. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. Start the second half with a near steal for the Mounties. Ventura has the arrow. They have possession of the ball. Sideline out of bounds. Same starting five for both teams.
See what kind of adjustments Ned Mercedes looks to make for the Pirates, who, let's face it, Michael, need to adjust.
Well, if anybody can do it, Ned Mercedes. Coaching record speaks for himself, and his adjustments last night in the game versus CCSF. If that's any indication, we can expect a ton of adjustments here as Brianna Dugan gets fouled in the act. She's going to the line for 2.
Yeah, that's a little bit of what we saw in the first half, trying to get Dugan going at the basket. That time she's able to get the foul and get herself to the line.
First free throw up and good for Rihanna.
Jones is playing with 2 fouls right now, and there may be a little bit of work here. If they can get a quick third foul on Jones, might be able to get her to the bench.
Gentlemen, the red shirt right there, I need to zoom in right now. Free throws up and good for Rihanna. Jones enters in. Benton, point blank. Katie Campbell, nothing she could do.
Yeah, Benton's got some nice versatility to her game. Range out to about 15, 17 feet, but she does so well working in the paint.
Brown with it at the high post, trying to work, nothing there. Jones all over. Campbell one-on-one, fires from 3. Yes! Katie Campbell.
Mike, I'm a little bit surprised that they want to work Sienna Brown with her back to the basket on Kaylee Jones. Seems like a very difficult matchup for Sienna Brown. I see Brown operate in the high post, maybe face up.
Yeah, face up, maybe try to go to the basket, see if she can get Jones out of there. Great double team from Brianna Dugan. Tough shot by George. That one tapped out. Dugan with a rebound. She's fouled. Second team foul already for Mount SAC here in the third quarter. 8:41 to go. We're in the third. 40-27.
If there's one thing that Ned Mercedes can do reliably this season, among many things, it's motivate this team coming out of breaks and get them to a little bit higher level of intensity at times.
The shade of red on his face motivates me. I'm up in the broadcast booth. Campbell looking for some room. Over to Brianna Dugan. Dugan keeps it. She's down in the short corner. Kicks out looking for Sienna Brown. Has her at the elbow, extended elbow. Looking for a cutter. Looking for a lifeline. She won't find one. 7 on the shot clock. Dugan's going to have to go to work. 5, 4, 3. Campbell from way downtown. It hits the rim, but it comes off to Terry. Amari now in transition back the other way for the Mounties. Off to McLaughlin from 3. Yes!
Well, terrific transition basketball by the Mounties, and McLaughlin finds her way to an open spot. Ready to shoot when she catches.
And off to Kylisha Green from Katie Campbell. Sienna Brown with a pick. Kylisha from 15. That's good.
That's a shot that I think is there for Kylisha Green, and I like to see her pull up there, take that shot, maybe get a little confidence going.
Maybe you can get that 3 ball going on open looks. Jones down low, guarded by Davina Del Castillo. McLaughlin, who just hit on the 3 out front to Terry. Inside, Jones. Double team comes. It's too late. Kaylee Jones and 1.
You know, Mike, they just really don't have anybody who can guard Jones one-on-one. She gets great position again, working against Del Castillo that time.
Kaylee Jones, 6'3" sophomore from Murrieta.
Very impressed with Kaylee Jones and potential that she has.
Big time size. And one opportunity converted. It's a 17-point lead for the top team in the state, Mount San Antonio College. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on today's coverage. Throughout the week, Campbell comes free from 3. She hits.
Boy, Campbell's really feeling it. Yeah. She's going to get a little bit of help here and find some other Pirate players who can knock down some shots when they get the opportunity. Well, she felt into this lead.
She felt it yesterday versus CCSF, a powerhouse throughout the state of California. Might she do it one more time en route to a comeback win versus the Mounties? We'll see. Benton into the lane. Up. Too long. She's fouled going back up with it by Brianna Dugan. This is going to be baseline out of bounds.
Yeah, Benton getting on the offensive glass, and it's Dugan who's forced to foul. I feel like it's interesting to me as I watch the offense run through Kaylee Jones. It's very apparent to me why ELAC was able to match up well, win 1 out of 2 against Mount San Antonio College this year. As you see, Sabaiva has that kind of size that she could match up with Kaylee Jones. Create a different dynamic.
Benton out to Terry from 2. It's a long 2. Rebound fought for and won by Davina Del Castillo off to Katie Campbell. Campbell off to the races.
Oh, Dugan in transition.
I think McLaughlin was actually beating her to throwing that pass.
I think she was getting ready to jump that route.
Not so fast. Dugan now with it. Has it. Spin move runs into Davina Del Castillo off to Kylisha Green on the handoff. Shot up, no good by Kylisha. Rebound crashed by Sienna Brown. It goes out of bounds off to the foot of Kylisha Green, back to the Mounties.
That's such a tough pass to make in close quarters like that, and Green's not really in great position. I wonder if Brown might not be better off just trying to go right back up with that herself.
Tall order, though, especially in amongst the trees.
Yes.
Benton comes off a screen, switched off on by Sienna Brown. This is going to be a foul on Davina Del Castillo, and if so, that's her 3rd.
It's a subtle little thing there by Kyra Benton as she takes that ball in the weave, and just a little hesitation. She gave you a little bit of that going at about half speed, lull you to sleep, then the explosive move to the basket had the Pirates on their heels collectively. She gets herself to the line. My school of basketball there, Michael. Run at 50% speed.
Is that all you got, though? Right now,
run at 25% speed, then occasionally flash that 50%.
48-32, the lead back out to 16 here for the Mounties. And the Pirates find an answer. They need one in a hurry. 5:46 to go in the third. Good shot for Davina from 14. She hits.
That's terrific two-man game. Del Castillo with good spacing finds her way to the elbow, knocks down the shot. Pirates right now starting to feel a little bit more on the offensive end. Now they need to go on a run.
Jones has that pass stolen. by Davina Del Castillo. Here's Kylisha Green. Green will bring it up. Looking for a handoff to Rihanna Dugan. Campbell has it up top. Behind the back dribble, step back three. That's off the mark. Rebounded by Kyra Benton. Back the other way. Terry, shot up, no good. Davina Del Castillo tracks it down. She's fouled.
Yeah, George with the pressure fouls Del Castillo in the backcourt. Yeah, the Pirates already with 12 on the board in this quarter. They only had 22 in the first half altogether.
Second foul on Terry.
Unfortunately, they've only shaved 2 points off the board for Pirate fans.
Every little bit helps. Green with it up top. Drives the lane to her left. Floats in. Gets it to go. Kylisha Green starting to get going here in the second half.
Yeah, I think it started with that little shot that she knocked down and starting to play her way into this game. The Pirates are back within 12.
Kylisha's only 3 of 11 from the field. Hopefully she can get that to change. Numbers to normalize. She's usually very good. Inside, Davina Del Castillo comes a double team from Salazar. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Kylisha. Kylisha will turn up the pace. Up ahead to Rihanna Dugan, and that pass just not there. And Daddy Dugan right there. Yes. That's Isa on the catch.
She completed the pass to a Dugan.
Yeah, to the wrong Dugan.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, that is 36.
You know, you have to live with that because that's a lot of what the Pirates do. They're going to look for opportunities to run, and it's Green and Campbell and Dugan that work so well together in transition.
Benton out to McLaughlin from 3. No, in and out. George had it momentarily. This is going to be a foul. How is that a jump ball? That's a bear hug from Aaliyah George, working on Del Castillo, who had secured it. Up in arms is Ned Brzezinski, and he's got a big-time case. The arrow in favor of Mount SAC. So Terry with possession for the Mounties here out front. This is going to be a foul going the other way on Aaliyah George. I think that's a makeup call.
I knew that's exactly what we're going to be talking about right there.
And really, that's insult to injury if you're Mount SAC, because you lose the arrow and then the ball's going the other way. So a double whammy there in favor of the Pirates. They'll take it down by 12. Katie Campbell working on the freshman. McLaughlin has that stolen by Benton. Poor pass from Katie, going to lead to a transition layup. No, she gets back and blocks the shot. McLaughlin gets it up on the rim. No good. George with the rebound. Kylisha Green with a near steal. Swinging it through and reversing it near side. This is McLaughlin. Tries to go behind her back. Can't contain it. Flashing in the middle. That's a near steal for Celeste Salazar. George gets it out to Benton. Up to McLaughlin up top. 14 on the shot clock. Plenty of time in this possession here for the Mounties. Terry with it. Working on Green. She goes up with it. Shot tapped out of bounds. That did not hit the rim, so the shot clock does not reset. 5 on the shot clock.
And you got to know that if you're Mount SAC, but you also have to know that if you're Ventura.
Nothing inside. Let something develop. Watch Dixon here dive to the basket. Got to be careful. That's great coverage by Davina Del Castillo. George gets it. That's an elbow. Offensive. No. Wow.
Tell you, George there goes with the pump fake. She catches that ball. I think with Green on her, she's got to take that shot right there.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right.
You're not going to get a better look than that with 5 on the shot clock.
So it's a new clock. They enter into George. George puts it up on the rim. Fadeaway floater, no good. Katie Campbell will bring it up. Celeste Salazar, the intended target. It's tapped in the air, stolen by Kyra Benton. Back the other way for the Mount SAC Mounties. Dixon with it on the far side, guarded by Celeste Salazar. Dixon goes baseline, gives off to Terry. Terry up top. She's McLaughlin. 15 to shoot. To her right. She beat Dugan. Lays it up. Can she get it to go? She does.
McLaughlin's been a sensational freshman this year for Mount San Antonio College, averaging in double digits.
She had 12 in the win over Foothill yesterday. 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Filling up the stat sheet. Pretty good for a freshman. Campbell to the rack. Left-handed layup, no good. Rebounded by McLaughlin. The Mounties in transition, and that pass out of bounds, just out of the reach of Kyra Benton. We have a timeout. Ned Mercetic. I think this is going to be a full. And it is 2:21 to go in the third. And the Mounties still with a 14-point lead on top of the Pirates. You are watching 3C2A Championship Basketball on SoCal College Sports. Well, the Pirates had closed the gap, but very narrowly, only by 2. It's 50-36. They trailed by 16 at half. Campbell's been terrific. She has 17 for the ball game. She has a little room outside. Will she step back and hoist a 3? She thought about it. Now guarded by Benton. Hands off to Green. Green into the lane. Tries to get it go up. It's off of George. I think it should stay here.
George's interior defense has been very good, especially here in the third quarter. And there, she just slides with Green, doesn't try to do too much, and ultimately there's nowhere for Green to go with that ball.
Well, what makes you an effective post defender or interior defender? It's the lateral movement. George, very athletic, and that's one of the reasons why Davina Del Castillo, as good as she's been energy-wise, has been not as effective as her usual self because of the ankle injury. 5 on the clock. Campbell, step back 3, in and out.
Oh, that is 3 quarters down. I don't know how that doesn't stay down.
1:45 to go here in the third. McLaughlin enters inside to Dixon. Dixon, here comes a double team from Del Castillo, and she puts it up and in.
Man,
Leah Dixon muscles that in.
Yeah, strength down low. That's about the third type from that.
Salazar on the other end from Campbell.
Good feed from Campbell and a good finish by Salazar.
Kylisa Green with a near steal. McLaughlin now with a little room. Guarded by Dixon. Here comes Davina Del Castillo. Blocked by Davina.
See if you can get this down to 10 if you're the Pirates.
Get yourself within striking distance. 1:06 to go. They trail it by 14. Campbell nearly hit on a 3 a moment ago. Had it rim out. Here's Green to the rack. Lays it up. Can't get it to go. It's short. Dixon on the rebound.
You know, Mike, the Pirates are getting a little bit of their own treatment here. It's very hard to come back when you have to work so hard offensively for any basket.
That's what makes Mount SAC such a tough opponent.
It's what makes Ventura such a tough opponent most of the time.
They trail it by 14, and Coach Critchlow and company will elect to let the air out of the ball here. 7 to shoot. McLaughlin looking for a good shot. Has Kyra Benton driving the lane. She kicks it back out to steal by Celeste Salazar. Heady play by Celeste. Shot clock turned off.
Well, I think she was ready to run, but saw nobody was going with her.
She saw a lot of white jerseys going the other way.
I said, all right, I guess we're slowing it up.
Benton guarding Katie Campbell. It's a terrific matchup right here.
Yes.
6 on the clock. Another steal by Kyra Benton. Wonder how many that is. She's off to the races. She's going to lay it up. No good, but we go into the fourth. 52-38, the Pirates 10 minutes away from going home.
Entering the fourth quarter, the Pirates trail it by 14. Mount San Antonio College closing in on an opportunity to defend their state championship in the 3C2A. Date with College of the Siskiyous tomorrow. Green off to Dugan, in from the right, pulls up from 10 feet, missed everything. Del Castillo trying to keep it alive, but she stepped on the end line. It's a terrific closeout again. Kaylee Jones bothering the shot of Dugan. And the Mounties defense really been the story. Pirates struggling from the field from the outset. Jones steps back. Green gets a hand in, no steal. A cutter, Benton, shot off the glass is good. Kyra Benton cutting to the basket. Benton now has 12. Ball on the floor, Green trying to keep it alive. Foul called on Mount San Antonio College.
Benton now with 14 after that layup.
Yeah, exactly. It's got the live stats. It takes about a few seconds.
A little bit of a lag, a little wait and see there.
Yeah, 29% from the floor for the Pirates. That number, unfortunately, is up to date. The Pirates had their struggles. Green around to Campbell's screen. Starts a drive, cut off by McLaughlin. Back out to Campbell. Salazar will try for a three, rimming no. Rebound tapped outside to Terry.
Salazar had a couple of threes in the win over LA Valley in the round of 16. Would have been a nice sight here if you're the Pirates had she made that shot.
McLaughlin hooks it into Jones, who spins baseline. Finds Terry in the corner. Dixon into the lane, forces one up, doesn't go, but a foul called on the rebound. This is going to go against Mount San Antonio College. Nope. Okay, it's going to go against Del Castillo.
Her fourth.
And it's going to be Dixon heading to the line. And foul number 4 on Del Castillo. Problems mounting for the Pirates. Dixon hits the first free throw. Simone Lewis checks in for the Pirates. Sienna Brown returns for Del Castillo, who will sit down with 4 fouls. Dixon with another free throw coming. That one good. Dugan drives the lane all the way to the glass, has that one blocked on the way up, but a foul called. It's a late whistle that comes in. It should be on Jones.
I think initially Jones got the ball, but then came down on the arm, and that's where the foul call was.
Yeah, it's quite a sight watching Dugan drive the lane on Kaylee Jones, who really sticks her hand pretty much straight out to block the shot, such is the height differential. But ultimately, I think that ended up working for Dugan. If her hand goes a little more straight up, we might not see that call. Well, you have to admire the tenacity of Brianna Dugan. She has been going into the lane.
She's terrific.
Over and over again tonight, and that's not easy to do against a very big and very physical team.
Yep.
Mount San Antonio College, 16-point lead. Doplick drops it down low. Jones goes to the dribble. Can't get the layup to go. It's knocked out of play, but it stays with Mount San Antonio College. So the Mounties keep it. Terry looking to bring it in. Dugan down there trying to dig it out. Another whistle comes in and a foul called. Dixon and Dugan battling. This one goes against the Pirates. Dugan with the foul, that's her third. And the Mounties again will try to bring it in baseline right. Lobbed for Jones, nobody home, but Jones out to retrieve. Green tries to jump that pass, able to knock it out of play.
Playing hard.
Yep. Well, you're going to see the Pirates play hard for another 8:08.
Oh, yeah. Jeff, off the air, I was talking with some of the Siskiyous faithful waiting the winner of this game. And interestingly enough, only 3,000 people. They're from Weed, California. And there are only 3,000 people roughly in that town. Now, the school has 2,500 people that go to that school or enrolled. If you think about the numbers in terms of enrollment, Ventura College has 14,500 people that go there. Mount SAC, 36,000 students enrolled. I mean, man, you talk about playing amongst the giants.
All right. That's it then. That really settles it. There is no way that the trivia question for tomorrow won't center on the movie Hoosiers. I'm just giving you a heads up right there. Watch the movie tonight, because there will be a test on it tomorrow.
Do they have a women's version of the movie Hoosiers? Maybe it'd be more apt for the women's one.
You never really find out, how the women's team did at Hickory in that game. But, it's a fascinating story. Certainly a much smaller school, but no shortage of talent, evidently. They will be in the finals. Salazar enters it into Campbell. Campbell faces up from 17 and drains it. So Campbell up to 19 in the game. 58-42. The Pirates still trail it by 16. They go into Jones again. Jones to the reverse. Can't get it to go. The rebound tapped around. That foul is going to go against Dixon. Pirates will have it. 7:13 remaining. But, Michael, they're going to need a dramatic run here. McLaughlin returns. Mounties overall 31-2 coming into this one.
Del Castillo working with 4 fouls now.
There are only 2 losses on the season. ELAC and City College of San Francisco, if memory serves. Yep. I'd have to look that up to confirm.
I believe that's
again.
correct.
You know what's interesting is as I watch Mount San Antonio College, they play more teams from the north, and I have to imagine that's intentional, that they try to schedule some games up north on a fairly regular basis, unlike a lot of the other teams in the south that don't elect to do that or don't have the means. Campbell starts a drive. Benton tries to jump that passing lane, able to tip it out of bounds.
Really a fan of the way Kyra Benton plays defense. She's so active in passing lane. She's terrific on the ball. Alicia Green having all kinds of problems trying to get something going here.
Campbell off a screen, stops and pops and hits.
See if we can get more of that down the stretch.
22. He's got 6 threes in the game. 13-point lead. Jones back out to George. They'll reset. Back into Jones. This time Del Castillo able to get a hand in and steal the entry pass. Pirates looking to run. Brown to the glass. Blocked by Jones.
Campbell's got to take that shot in transition.
Looking to run the other way. Benton stops. Missed the layup. Jones with the follow. Yes, and a foul. Well, Katie Campbell has been more than impressive this weekend, straight on through tonight. But Kaylee Jones and Kyra Benton really carrying the show here today, and I think ultimately have been the difference.
So Kaylee Jones gets the 3 back to a 15-point lead here for the Mounties.
16, 61-45.
Excuse me. Hey, you're the numbers guy, remember? I was just setting you up for that.
Yeah, that's true. You felt my confidence dwindling a little bit, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna throw him a fastball right down the middle.
Took pretty well.
Yeah, when it comes to simple addition, man, I tattooed that pitch. Del Castillo with the floater, won't go. Jones pulls down another rebound.
It's a good shot for Davina there.
McLaughlin over the timeline, 5:34 and counting remaining in the game. Doplick all the way to the basket and lays it in.
Tough shot.
Good finish by Doplick, and now the Pirates turn it over. And the Mounties looking as though they're going to be able to cruise into the finals. They lead it by 18 midway through the fourth, and they're in complete control, Michael. Pursuing their 8th 3C2A championship in women's basketball in their history. And if they could do it, they'll move ahead of the Pirates, who are on 7 right now. Gonzalez going to come in for the Pirates.
Try to throw a different look at Kaylee Jones.
Back out front to George. Shot clock at 10. The Mounties certainly content to wind things down if they can. McLaughlin on a drive on Green, goes glass, lays it in.
Tough shot.
McLaughlin now with 9. The Mounties lead it by 20. Campbell checked by McLaughlin. Back outside to Dugan. Dugan with a drive on Doplick. Jones got a piece of it. Knocked it out of play. Shot clock at 7. Green will bring it in, baseline left. Campbell got a fire with the shot clock winding down, no good. Benton off to McLaughlin. Well, the season started out somewhat up and down for the Pirates, who, if memory serves, at one point were 5-4. McLaughlin to the basket, lays it in. This is going to be a disappointing way to finish. Is there another way to finish other than winning a state championship than with a disappointment, unfortunately? But what a run by the Pirates through conference play. They really got it going, made it as far as the semifinals before they ran into the Mounties here tonight. But after that somewhat up and down start, really turned into a fantastic season once again for Ned Mercedic's Ventura College Pirates. The runner from McLaughlin won't go. Campbell saves it to Dugan. Green closed out on by Doplick. Goes off to Campbell. Starts a drive on George. Dugan spins into the lane, comes up shooting from 8 feet, won't go. Rebound batted around, still fought for, and it's Jones.
Well, did want to give a shout out from Big John to Chicago and Kelly Schlechter watching remotely. Of course.
Say hi to Chicago for me.
I think that's the name. Or the state, either way.
Steal by Del Castillo. All the way to the basket and lays it in. Surrounded by white jerseys. A great finish by Del Castillo.
Well, obviously, with as big a game as Kaylee Jones has had, you have to wonder, minus the ankle injury, what could have been here for the Pirates. I mean, obviously the lateral movement has been compromised for Ventura and Davina Del Castillo in guarding on the interior.
Doplick missed everything for 3. Del Castillo with another rebound. Pirates quickly back the other way. Dugan will try from 3 and hit. That's Dugan's first 3. 67-50. Mike, on the Leitner trivia there on the shot, how many of the 5 did you end up getting?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
But you remember the shot. It was
I remember the shot.
It was pretty famous.
I know UK fans can't forget the shot.
You know what? I thought sure when I gave that to you that your friends were going to chime in and immediately get all 5 for me. Dugan tries again for 3. That one missing and out of play. Back to Mount San Antonio with 1:23 remaining. I thought we'd immediately get all 5 answers from the Kentucky guys, and I'm sure we would have if they saw the question.
Yeah, had they been watching. Well, it's a send-off here. The starters come out. Davina Del Castillo, Campbell, Shanna Brown, and Kylisha Green, along with Brianna Dugan. Everybody else in. Here comes Shirley Celeste Salazar, Avery Brunk, Simone Lewis, and Paige Larson. But what a fantastic season here. 21 straight coming into this matchup with their win last night over City College of San Francisco. But they're going to come up short here in the 3C2A semifinal.
And it'll be an interesting clash of styles tomorrow in the women's final as well. The Mounties been playing stifling defense here in 2 victories up at Las Positas, but they will have a major challenge tomorrow against Little College of the Siskiyous.
And you know what? I will tell you this. Skill will trump talent any day of the week. That's a double dribble. Skill will trump talent every day of the week. But, man, Mount SAC has a lot of talent at their disposal and a lot of size down low, and obviously that's going to be a big issue, but no lead is safe with the way Siskiyous can shoot the basketball, and how will they adjust to the likes of Mount San Antonio College. I'm chomping at the bit to see that one. 3:30 tomorrow, the women's final.
Well, we wondered if a team that had a lot of depth, a lot of athleticism, like East Los Angeles College, would present a problem for College of the Siskiyous. Would that be too much for College of the Siskiyous to overcome? And for 20 minutes, it sort of was. But then in the second half, College of the Siskiyous able to pull away for that victory. And that's a team that plays in this very same conference, does a lot of the same things well, but the way the Mounties are playing, and they've looked here tonight, obviously the way they're defending, you got to give them a very realistic chance too in that one. It's going to be a fascinating matchup. Just 1 of 2 tomorrow.
And we would be remiss to not give a special thanks, obviously, to Ventura College and the job that they've done to really help promote their program and get the word out. They've allowed us to really grow here at SoCalCollegeSports.com. We've covered a lot of their athletic program this season in football, men's and women's basketball. We look forward to maybe covering baseball. Special thanks to Will Cowan, the athletic director. We had him on for color of the men's games earlier. We will have him on for color for both games tomorrow on Championship Sunday. And then Mercedes, of course, Rob Hester, always helping us out as well at Ventura College.
Yep. That'll do it. Final score 67-52. Mount San Antonio College on to the women's final, where they will take on College of the Siskiyous. We will have doubleheader coverage tomorrow. Men's final first at 1 o'clock. Fullerton College taking on San Diego City College. And the women's final at 3:30. And that'll be Mount San Antonio taking on College of the Siskiyous. Michael, full coverage end to end of this entire weekend. It comes down to 2 very interesting finals tomorrow as we get ready to wrap things up here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And Siskiyous obviously going to have their hands full, but Mount SAC going to have their hands full with the big 3 in the Daly sisters, Megan and Melissa, and of course Hannah Thompson. That'll wrap up our coverage on Day 3 Championship Sunday tomorrow. 1 o'clock start time for the men, 3:30 for the women. For Matt Henson, Brianna Marquez, Jorge Zepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, I'm Mike Zepeda signing off. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.